It's the 25th anniversary of the Tomb Raider franchise. I cannot say I actually quote-unquote got into this franchise until the reboots, but definitely a fan of what Square Enix has done with it. Namely this game, the Temple of Osiris, seems to be criminally underrated. I never see anyone talking about this game, but I picked it up for like $2 a few years ago, and I don't know, I was pleasantly surprised. It's got like a isometric roguelite kind of format. Yeah, it's just a fun, action-packed romp. So, yeah, this is my first ever stream, my first ever gaming VOD, and it's the beginning of an era. Fittingly, it's my first day after coronavirus quarantine. As I've already said a banned word to get my videos suppressed. I might have to beep that out. But, yeah, my voice is a little messed up, but the show must go on, or in this case, begin. Yeah, you probably can't really hear what's going on, and there isn't really much going on in terms of the cinematics, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip this. Basically all you need to know is an Egyptian god went crazy and is trying to fuck shit up, and Lara Croft comes to the rescue. This is designed to be a multiplayer game, so you can go online and partner up with people, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to try to just kind of blast through it. Beaten it a couple times, played it pretty recently. But yeah, it's like a twin stick shooter type of deal, where you you collect some weapons, as you can imagine. Yeah, there's not really much point in trying to do that at the moment. There's a bunch of collectibles, and it has kind of interesting system, like a risk-reward when it comes to the treasure chests. Like, you have to pay to open the treasure chests, so it's like, you know, is it going to be worth it? Alright, so we populated the apparatus to get through the first gate here. I already don't really remember this at all, even though I just played this, like, during my quarantine. But yeah, this game, it has some simple puzzles to it, so it's got like a nice variety between the platforming, the puzzles, and the gunplay. So yeah, I was really surprised. Like, everything, I don't generally play games in this style, but everything is like really intuitive, really user-friendly. Like, you would think the platforming, the jumping might not be the most user-friendly in this format, but not so. Yeah, so we've done away with that guy. We're just trying to get to the main hub area right now, and then there are a bunch of like tombs, as you can imagine, being what franchise this is, that branch off of the hub area. I think there are 10 of them, and you know, they take like a few minutes each. It's like a series of different challenges. Some boss fights interspersed. I don't know. If you guys haven't seen this game, you're in for a treat, though. I think it's a hidden gem of this franchise and PS4 in general. So yeah, this guy's talking shit, blah blah blah. I'm gonna kill you and your friends and the world. Alright, so we have our first combat, finally. The staff is not good for combat. I mean, it's like kind of functional when you run out of ammo, but it doesn't do very much damage. But with the L2, it activates things in the environment, like platforms. But yeah, it keeps you in like a steady loop of just interacting with stuff. Like, there's always a jar to destroy. There's always, you know, something like this to grapple onto, always a lamp to light. I'm not really going to be collecting a lot of the optional stuff, because I already know that I'm not going to get all of it anyway, so it's not really a good use of time to, you know, even though it's kind of fun to look around and find the hidden stuff.
There is no telling where harm can find you.
Going for some semblance of efficiency here, so we're not going to get the red skulls.
The traps in this place are
but yeah, the remote bomb mechanic is awesome. It's like kind of Zelda-esque, but there are a lot of like clever environmental puzzles that you use it for. So made quick work for that. A lot of gems hidden in the ground, as you can see. Take these guys out. But yeah, God, everything just feels so good in this game. Like, just the movement, so responsive. Oh, God. And I'm pretty sure it's the same studio that made the 3D Tomb Raider reboots. So the new trilogy. Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Which I think are all great games. I mean, they're obviously kind of derivative. You know, they take a lot of inspiration from... Alright, I'm not gonna really have anything to equip at the moment, but I'll try to not forget to manage my inventory like I tend to in this game. But yeah, it's obviously takes a lot from games like Uncharted and the Batman Arkham series, which I definitely want to play on this channel, especially the first one of my favorite games. But yeah, I mean, it does justice to those games, to the Tomb Raider franchise. Like, it's just very polished, just solid adventure game. So yeah, I'll probably play those too, especially if anyone has any interest in that. But yeah, not really playing it too safe here, but it's not really going to be too much danger for a while. You know, there's health everywhere at the moment. Oh, dude, that guy was like inside me. Sorry. Alright, moving on. We are almost at the Shrine of Osiris. Again, plot's not like overly compelling or important. It's just kind of there. But yeah, run away from this guy, I think. Or he's just gonna collapse my bridge. Asshole. Enjoy your final days spent running our way. Okay, it was square. I pressed circle to roll. It is in fact square. Duly noted.
It seems we're not the first.
Once again, not as though I just played this entire game. But alright, so these puzzles pop up pretty much throughout the game. You gotta find these balls and transport them into these little gazebo things. So that is what we will do. Simple enough, especially if you've ever played a Zelda in your life.
Ah, yes. That fits perfectly.
Definitely some of the puzzle formats reminiscent of Zelda, which is never a bad thing. You know, it's to be expected. The most influential games ever. At some point I'll have a setup for streaming Nintendo games, but it's pretty much just going to be all PS4 for a while. But I got plenty of good shit to share with you. We're gonna do some of this. I got Onimusha, just another game you can beat in like one sitting. I love those. I love a game where it's not a huge commitment. Like, it's just no matter what point you play in the game, it's fun, and you can just sit down and just bang it out. Alright, so I got the Uzi. So that's tearing the bugs to shreds, as you can see. Get the health, why not? But I keep saying we are almost done with the first area. I think I might be correct. Alright, but yeah, it's trying to... I don't need to deal with this stuff quite yet. Later on, it'll definitely make things easier, but, I mean, we got the gun, and I have a decent idea of what I'm doing, so I don't really need to waste time with that. Not to pull like an Aaron from Game Grumps and just like ignore game mechanics and make everything way harder for myself than it needs to be. There will undoubtedly be some of that. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was gonna be a grapple off screen there. I am out of ammo. Yeah, so this is the point where you're gonna wanna use the staff. Got some ammo now, but these guys are dead. Alright, so moving along.
I think we slipped past her.
We should go. Quickly.
Alright, so like I said, the staff mechanic is really cool. Just allows you to manipulate the environment, traverse the terrain. And now we're gonna run for our lives. Alright, so let me not forget how to dodge again. That's where it is. Okay, get some like Indiana Jones traps going on. As one does. High road, get the ammo upgrade. That'll be moderately useful. Oh, okay. Botched the jump. My like patented move is like jumping before I've had enough frames to land, and then the jump just doesn't happen. This guy is on my ass. That was almost precarious for a moment there. Grapple, and we're good. So,
Looks like she can't reach us for now.
hell with
Demons
this
can
guy.
afford patience. As long as you are marked, Amit will hunt you.
And we are at the shrine finally. Alright, so yeah, this game wastes no time getting into the action. Like I said, there's always something going on. But let's do some exposition here. We're not really going to worry about. If you guys really want to see the plot or the cutscene, you can let me know. But
We need Osiris.
yeah, like I said, I don't think you're really missing too much.
And only his power can stand against Set.
Alright, but here we are. It's gonna kind of explain the deal with the shrine. Basically, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go to... Oh, this battle. I have a rocket launcher. I'm actually wondering now... Oh, I almost killed myself. I'm actually wondering if I'm on like a New Game Plus right now, because I started a new file from the same profile that I beat the game on, and I don't think I'm supposed to have a rocket launcher. But, well, make things slightly more interesting. But rocket launcher completely annihilated this guy.
A fragment of Osiris.
So we got the breastplate. So yeah, I was about to say, as you go around to each of the tombs, you get a piece of the statue, and pretty much the goal is to reassemble the statue. For reasons.
Yes.
But alright. So you use the staff and
That tomb
it
over
points
there.
you
Osiris has
in
shown
the
us
direction
the way.
of the next tomb.
Well then, let's go exploring.
Honestly, only one of these was kind of tricky, like in terms of how to actually get through it. I'm hoping that I don't struggle with it again. Obviously just did it, but you know, I already have many questions you would think I wouldn't have, but you know, my memory just ain't what it was. But you know, it comes with its you know, silver linings. You know, you can enjoy a game more frequently when your memory's not quite as sharp as to everything that's going to happen. But yeah, so this part, we want to use the staff to slow down the detonation period. This is a time bomb, exceedingly clever name. But yeah, just want to drop it off in front. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, yeah, I didn't think I left it close enough there. These things do, I think, do some pretty substantial damage if you're near them, but there's going to be a lot of that, using these to blow up rock walls that are in the way. Okay, so a whole lot of bugs down there.
The wall is weak here.
And another wall to blow up. Alright, so let's do the deed again. I forgot if I can slow that down or not. Yeah, it's just some money up there. Some enemies. Nothing we can't handle. Yeah, we want to stand on this thing to get the upgrade. Simple enough. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna get a fresh timer on this. Just let it blow up. Alright, and we're good. How about another one? Alright, yeah, the staff makes it appear. Alright, so we're good. Oh, shit. Can I... So, you can use the bomb to... Yeah. Okay, they don't want you to do that here, but you can use the bomb to move these things around. The remote bomb. Well, let's go ahead and start this over. A little less time than I thought, but not a huge deal. And we're past it. Alright, so I gotta hurry up and do this gate before this blows up. Okay. And we're going. We're almost there. We're running out of time. Okay. Alright, not bad. A little minor hiccup there, but we... Oh, shit. I fell asleep at the wheel there. The guy just ran right up to me. Okay. Let's activate the bridge. Okay. I don't remember if this is on a timer or not. It doesn't really matter. And we're good. Certainly. This guy is going to be an asshole again.
As Kepri did, then my spirit will devour your flesh.
Okay. So anyway, I was beginning to say, I did a whole Corona quarantine, and excuse me. It was not a pleasant experience. So I woke up with like a 102 fever, And of course, it was right after Super Bowl weekend, so I had been drinking for like 4 days straight. I decided to help my friend's parents move. You know, I was like, alright, well, it's the least I can do. You know, they've hosted so many parties and shows at their house and whatnot. And, yeah, ended up with the Rona. Ended up thinking that I gave it to some like 63-year-old people, which could have gotten very ugly. Thankfully, to my knowledge, no one else got sick except for me, but yeah, so after like 4 days of binge drinking, by my standards, I don't drink a lot, so I had, you know, like a few beers a day. It's enough to bring my immunity down, and that's when it hit me, so it was just terrible timing. So I ended up with 102 fever for like 2-3 days. Got my test done and came back positive, obviously. So I entered into isolation, didn't leave my apartment for like over 10 days, and yeah, it just kind of sucked. But it was more just like the lingering cold and fatigue and like some confusion, you know, that sort of thing. So it was kind of just like, yo, can you just like be over with? I don't know. No one, that's the thing, like, with this whole situation is no one really knows what to expect. So I ended up losing my sense of smell like 3 days ago, like towards the end of the quarantine period, and some people told me that they lost theirs for like 3 months, 6 months. I don't know. I'm 31. I think reasonably healthy in general. So I cut down on like all my sugar and like refined carbs and all that stuff. I saw some data that said that like the virus thrives on sugar and just thrives on like the inflammation and stuff that can go on in your system when you're having a lot of carbs. So I was like, alright, you know, I'm not gonna feed it, I'm gonna try to put myself in the best position. So I was just eating like a lot of healthy fat and taking you know, a lot of like vitamins and minerals and shit. I was chugging body armor like religiously, so that's a tip. If you get body armor light, like the sports drink, it has basically no sugar, but it has like zinc and antioxidants and stuff in it, so it's definitely handy. Okay, so this, whoa, come on, knock it over, come on. Ah, fall, thank you. Alright, that almost got me killed. Might not have had time for another run or two of that, but we did it. So yeah, I was chugging body armors. I was taking like 10,000 units of vitamin D per day. You know, this isn't like, I know you're not here for medical advice or nutrition advice, but you know, the daily value of vitamin D is just like really arbitrary. Like no one really knows how much you're supposed to get, but people that are more knowledgeable tend to say like get thousands of units a day. Like I know of some doctors that are like well versed in longevity and nutrition that say get like 4,000 or 5,000 units a day. So you know, they've done studies where like people have taken 10,000 units a day for like months and it barely even raised their levels. So you know, everyone's different. But I was taking like 10,000 a day, and I would like to think that helped a bit to keep the symptoms from being too major. But yeah, so they have just kind of like switching gears back to the game here. So they have like this kind of reward area after you do a tomb, where you can decide what chests you want to try to open and get some equipment and stuff. But this is what I meant about like the risk reward, like how much do you want to spend your money opening these chests or not. But I didn't really find a ton of use for the stuff in here. Maybe I will in this playthrough, but probably not. Alright, so one tomb down. I think, like I said, I think there are 10 of them. But yeah, so the world is kind of dynamic in, like, it changes, it goes through phases. So like you beat a few tombs and then it goes from nighttime to daytime, or it goes from like nighttime to like a flood state, or it's just like raining everywhere, and it goes to like a frozen state, and then just like regular ass daytime. Is this where I want to go? Alright, I need to find a statue that will point me. Is that pointing this way? No, that's just glowing. Alright, I know, it's kind of giving me OCD to like see all these collectibles and not get them, but like I said, it's not really going to be worthwhile because I'm not going to get anywhere close to all of them. Yeah, so now I can't find a statue to tell me which tomb to go to. So hello. Alright, I know there's one in this. I guess I don't. Alright, let's go back to where we just were. Okay, hello. Alright, so he's pointing this way. Tomb of the Silversmith. I think this is... No, this is definitely for later. Hey! Okay. I think I was at it, and then I just didn't go in it. So... just blow this up and see what happens. Alright. Hopefully it's beyond this wall here.
These ruins bear the marks of
Yes. When Osiris built this place, it was to praise all the gods.
Alright, I think it's telling me it's an optional challenge tomb. I might accidentally end up in some of those, but that's not what we're trying to do here. No, I don't need to deal with these guys. This is like a theater area. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do this.
You seek to take
kind of
what is
cool.
mine by rights, and you think
Cool
I
fight
will
design
stand
here.
idly by.
We're locked in.
Alright, so I gotta bomb the top of this to get the ball out. Whoops. Gotta get on it first. Okay. It looked like a longer jump than it was. I'm out of ammo. I got this big motherfucker coming after me. Oh, that was convenient. Yep, alright. I thought it was great, yeah. Zelda conventions. Hit it 3 times.
With this sphere of
Or
sunlight,
Mario
we can gain
conventions, for that
entrance to the
matter.
tomb.
Speaking of which, anyone played Bowser's Fury? I was curious kind of what the feeling is on it. I enjoyed it, but I felt like Nintendo definitely held back on purpose. Like, being that it was like a bonus game to go with 3D World, I could tell they definitely didn't want to put their best shit in it.